All right, what going on, everybody? What is going on? We are live here in the After Review studio. I am your host, Pete. What an incredible way to wrap up the regular season. I mean, wasn't the most entertaining football game for about 3 hours, but that final 5 to 7 minutes of this football game, incredible. The Pittsburgh Steelers and old man Rodgers are your AFC North champions, taking down the Baltimore Ravens 26-24. I don't even know how to explain this game. We have Lamar playing like shit for 3 hours, making an incredible play to take the lead. Rodgers comes back down there, gets a score. Lamar comes back down there on a busted coverage, gets a score. 2:20 left. Rodgers finds Calvin Austin on a slip, gets into the end zone. They take the lead. They miss the extra point. The Ravens get a good kick return. They come back all the way down. And unfortunately, Tyler Loop, 44 yards, misses the field goal. Unbelievable. Zen, what's up? Make the damn field goal. Make the damn Steelers gone to the Super Bowl. Ghost Hunter, what's up? Both kickers took the other team money line. It was an incredible sell of all sell. But Harbaugh, what are you doing? Why are you settling for a 44-yard field goal like that? And Lamar took 2-yard loss on the knee down. That was kind of weird. Didn't help anything out for his guys. Typical Lamar. In that stadium, in that weather, windy, cold, that is a horrible place to kick. I talk about it all year on the Fantasy Channel. Don't love kicking in Pittsburgh at all. Now, Chris Boswell is usually nails in that stadium. And he had the big field goal early in the game, but fell apart late, missed the extra point, gets bailed out, and Rodgers survives. So we do have a full playoff schedule. We have the games already. We're not really waiting for anything. So much to talk about here in Week 18. Zay, breaking news. At least you're alive. I feel for you, my brother. That's a tough way to lose. John Harbaugh getting fired. But overall, Lamar, 11 of 18, 238, not good. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Pick not super his fault. Pretty bad bounce, double time over there. 2 great touchdown plays. That touchdown, the first touchdown to Zay Flowers was incredible. Breaks the sack, has 2 guys on him. Hey, that's what she said. Throws the deep bomb to Flowers and makes another big play to Flowers. Made a huge play on 4th down, finding Isaiah Likely to set up the field goal. But just too much inconsistency. Derrick Henry was phenomenal. Great in the first half. What do you have? 74 yards in the first quarter. They had the shitty penalty on the first run too. Should have been even more for him. But they didn't even try and get him the ball in that last drive. That was kind of weird. William Vikings suck. Giant, come on, nice troll. That's a nice troll, buddy. JJ hurt again. No, it was just the same hand injury. He kind of bumped it on a quarterback sneak, and it wasn't worth him going in the second half. We got Jefferson the yards. Steve Biscotti tweeted out some big moves are coming, so firing everybody. They're trading Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens are becoming the Cleveland Browns. Heard it here first. Harbaugh's like Thanos. His defeat is inevitable. Well, him and Tomlin are pretty close. Randy Michael, my Eagles are going to play the 49ers in the playoffs, and I can't wait. Yeah, the Eagles kind of screwed it today, though. They could have easily been the 2 seed. Should have been the 2 seed. Bears lost to the Lions. Could have been hosting 2 playoff games. I would much rather play the Packers than the 49ers. Packers are not good, and they're hurt for them. And now you got to go to Chicago if you win, unless the Bears get upset by the Packers. But I don't see that doing too much. So Steelers Nation, 17 straight years in the playoffs. Thanks, Coach Tomlin. That is not factual, but 17 straight winning seasons. Don't think the Eagles care. I definitely think they should care because that team is not good on the road this year. But maybe Eagle fans would turn on them anyway. I would also much rather play the Packers than the 49ers. Even with that 49ers terrible defense, I guess maybe get the take to be able to score. I would have preferred to play the Eagles. The Bears will probably kill us. Yeah, the Bears got a little, I don't know, the Bears got fucking bullied by Detroit today. The Bears played all their starters today, and they got bullied by Detroit. Yeah, Green Bay did not look good today, obviously backups, but Matt LaFleur also going to have some bad karma going for him because he's a pussy. Kicking that field goal at the end of the game, that was a pussy move in a 2-score game. Only a 2-score game up there. Loop is the worst kicker of all time. I mean, that's not true. Chris Boswell missed extra point right before it. I'm pretty sure Pitt didn't make the playoffs last year. Did they? They did not. No, they did. Didn't they make the playoffs last year? They did. They did make the playoffs last year. They backed in. Remember, they started off like 10-0. What the heck is the Steelers playing on Monday? I don't remember a playoff game. There's been a playoff game on Monday for like 4 years, Gordo. We've had a playoff game on Monday Night Football for like 4 years. The Eagles are going to win. I mean, probably. I just think it's a better matchup and it's a bad second round. Vikings suck. The Vikings had the 7th best record in the conference. We missed the playoffs by half a game. We missed the division championship by 50 seconds. All we had to do was cover a kickoff. If we cover the kickoff against the Bears, we win the division. If the Bears don't win any of the 7 games they pulled out of their literal asshole, the Giants, the Commanders, the Raiders, the Bengals, they lose any of those games, the Vikings win the division. So that's how it works. That's how it works. Connor, we did it. They did technically do it. The Steelers did technically do it. They did technically win. Hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Yeah, Billy Cundiff, that's a worse miss. The Billy Cundiff miss is definitely a worse than the Tyler Loop one. Sucks, though, because Tyler Loop had a really good rookie year. You just you don't know what the ramifications are going to be on that. Like, you just don't know with a young rookie kicker. So, but that sucks because Tyler Loop had a really strong season. Zay Flowers, only 4 catches, but he had a $138, 2 tuds, 2 massive touchdowns over there. Kenneth Gainwell was your leading receiver for Pittsburgh, but they spread it out well. Calvin Austin had the big long touchdown. On the slip coverage. Other than that, like Freiermuth drew the nice PI in the back of the end zone right before the half. They didn't do anything. Thielen, okay, just a lot of okay. DK Metcalf coming back's really going to help this team. Jalen Warren, they really didn't run the ball too well over here. I mean, Gainwell only 5 for 10, Warren 14 for 66. Rodgers had the one big run for 20 yards in the first down. But he was pretty good throwing, 31 to 47, 294. This game was really bad and boring for like 3 hours. Like I said, unbelievable finish, a crazy way to end the regular season for that. So, let's look at some scores, some more scores from the day, and then we can talk playoffs. True. Yeah, hit the like, boys. No Super Bowl wins. Cool. Taj, what's up? Cowboys tanked today intentionally, even though they don't have their pick. Did it just to lose in the first round. I don't know. That's a tough game for both teams. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about I would be worried about the Texans. I hate my team. Why? How does this always happen? I mean, the Ravens have been a pretty dominant force in the AFC North and have played a lot of playoff games and have won 2 Super Bowls in the last 25 years. It's pretty good. Blair Walsh flashbacks. Skull from Cup. Appreciate it, Skull, brother. Yeah, let's talk about my potato team. Let's just kick it off with my potato team. That was way too much pressure on a rookie kicker, bro. Ravens had the momentum. I would have tried to go score a touchdown and take it, bro. I would have just like been a little bit more aggressive and get some more yards. Like 44 is not a gimme in Pittsburgh at all, especially in that weather and like, you know, the wind, all that shit. It's just not an easy kick. Lamar lost 2 yards on the kneel down. That was weird and stupid overall. So I don't know, just weird attacks for them. I think you got to get more aggressive, especially after the big play to Likely. They had plenty of time. They have 2 timeouts left or 3. I can't remember if they had burned their first timeout, but they had plenty of time to go make a move. Vikings choke every year. Just saying, I live here and it's agonizing to hear every year Vikings going to the Super Bowl. Viking fans do not think like that. You talk to like 3 people. That is not the Vikings. That is the Dallas Cowboys, my guy. Let's go. James Cook, baby. And Mish is amazing. What? The NFL. This is the NFL. No excuses. I'm not saying it's bad coaching. You always make things easier for people. Make things easier for your players. People still blame Blair Walsh. He was the only Viking to score all day long. That was Blair Walsh's fault. Teddy Bridgewater set him up with a layup. That was like a 20-yard field goal. He's a pro, rookie or not. Okay, make it easier on him. Steelers kicker sold. And he missed. That's not real Dallas. Taj, this is Texas, brother. These are real Dallas. Not this year. I will say not this year. They've been very apathetic. They were very apathetic this year going into it. Oh, man, McCarthy getting hurt stings. It was the same injury. It was just like the hand. It wasn't a new injury or anything. It was just sore, and he couldn't grip the ball. I know Ravens or Steelers versus Texan game was going to be on Monday night before. Yeah, before it got announced. Yeah, because it seems like that's what they're doing. If you're playing the last Sunday night game, you're going to play the Monday night game. That's the Vikings played the Monday night game last year against the Rams, excuse me. So yeah, if you're in that Sunday night game and it's like a playoff game, that game's going to be the Monday. Unless, like, that's going to be the Monday game. Alex Sup, Froggy, let's go Vikings next year. A lot of question marks with this team. Steelers suck. They did win, though. They are in the playoffs. Maybe Bridgewater should have scored a touchdown instead of having to settle for 3 field goals prior to. Adrian Peterson also shouldn't have fumbled. Shouldn't have done that. It was also minus 3 degrees that day. Tyler Loop saved the day. Ravens was a thriller or a killer, DePro. Do you like Philly's chances against the 49ers? I mean, yeah, they should. They're the home team. I think, honestly, even though today was kind of a disaster for Philly, I think Philly matches up really well against the Seahawks of all teams because they will play a 13-10 game. They will play a rock fight with the Seahawks. Vikings in the playoffs this year? Oh, y'all can't play. We had the 32nd ranked quarterback play this year, and we won 9 games. Wow. So tough. So cool. Steelers making a run. I don't know about that, Knobgoblin. I don't know about that. Really tough first game. So glad Jefferson got his yards. Ham getting his TD was priceless. Yep. And he had that great catch. A lot of things happened in that loss, not just the kick. True. Massage Parlor Tucker makes that kick 100 out of 100 times. John is out of the Ravens. Yeah, I could see that. Mike Greenhead told the Baltimore Grim Reaper. Tyler Loop fucked it up. To be fair, we were about to be shitting on Boswell and Jalen Ramsey. Steelers Texans is going to be wild. All right, Smokey, what stupid thing are you going to ask? How late am I to the stream, Alex? We just started 12 minutes ago. Only when your mom asked me to. Who you got, Bills versus the Jags? That's a tough game. How did he miss it? It's cold out there. How did Boswell miss the extra point? I'm optimistic about the future with Mike Reed and Malachi Starks. Starks dropped that pick, too. That would have been a tough play. Vikings lose all the tough games, 100. I mean, they won 14 fucking games last year, guys. Crazy. Eagle fans are the most delusional fan base on the planet. Texans Super Bowl sleeper, definitely. Even though their defense kind of been weird the last few weeks. It's all right. The Steelers going to get first rounded, potentially. The half banana was just as good, right? Sure. Rodgers using his magic powers. Magic Rodgers. Lamar sold my parlay. How did Lamar sell your parlay? He threw for 3 touchdowns at least at the end. He was bad for 3 hours. I will agree. At the end of the day, kickers miss sometimes. There's always plenty of reasons a team loses. True. This year they suck. Again, they have the best record of any team not making the playoffs. They won more games than the NFC South winner. We finished in 3rd place. Talk about the Lions over here, bro. What? Did Tomlin keep his job now? Yeah, probably. Just like he wanted. Niners getting slapped in Philly on Sunday. Would you have rather the Bears, Dakota? I don't know. The Eagles don't. I don't know. The vibes in Philly are just bad. They should have won today. Hogwarts type shit. Panthers first team out of the playoffs. Nothing beats a Shakey's Day game. The Shakey's game on Saturday. Baltimore, that's a Ravens fan. The Baltimore Grim Reaper. That's tough. The Vikings have Sir Death. Call him my ex. Wait here, chat. FK Funny. Hello? Steelers will find a way to beat the Texans. That would be something. I had him over 25 rushing yards and he had 6. That's tough. Luke, hello? Not making the playoffs. Say what you want. Steelers are in with a home game. True. Guess what? That's getting changed. The NFL is definitely changing that rule now. After what do the Rams have? 11 wins, and they're going on the road to Carolina. Houston has 12 wins. They're going on the road to Pittsburgh. Divisions are only going to get you in the playoffs. They're going to go to seeding. Record gets you the seeding. They're getting rid of that stuff. Say, I don't know. I'm feeling the Jags might upset the whole AFC. I like the Jags as well. Stafford, baby. Matt Stafford, our MVP favorite again. It's crazy. Patriot fans are fucking crying right now that Drake May didn't just like super stat pad last weekend against the Jets and stat pad for pads against the Cardinals today. And now Matt Stafford's now your MVP favorite. Steelers-Seahawks Super Bowl now. How about Steelers-Rams? Let's go old man Rodgers versus old man Stafford. little NFC North throwback. All the Falcons had to do was beat the Jets and they made the playoffs. All the Falcons had to do was win literally any other game. But yes, the Jets are a good one. Pittsburgh is the best. Do you think we have a chance against the Texans? I mean, of course, you always have a chance. I like the Texans, though. Jets also didn't pick off a pass all year. That will be a stat this week. If the Ravens won, the weather would have been -9 game time next week. Yeah, that would have been I think that would have been a problem for the. Like I said, I think the Texans were actually the Ravens were a bad matchup for the Texans a little bit, but Texans defense, they might not give up any points in that weather. They'll take Henry running the football. Steelers Rams would be good since Rivers is out. Yeah, true. There you go. We're going old man quarterbacks. I feel way better for my Niners against the Eagles than the Bears, to be honest. All right, Pablo's feeling a little optimistic. All right, everybody hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's just go through my team quick. JJ McCarthy, up and down again today. Got hurt, didn't play the second half. It was the same injury, so just left early. Jordan Mason had a nice day running the ball. Packers played everybody. Clayton Tune is horrible. They had -7 passing yards on the day. Matt LaFleur's a bitch. He took a timeout with 1 second. He let the clock roll down, took a timeout with 1 second to avoid getting shut out. Pretty pathetic by Matt LaFleur. Jefferson, 100 yards, gets over 1,000. CJ Ham, great Viking, gets a touchdown, probably retiring. Harrison Smith got a standing ovation. Good day for them over there. Steelers win. The Steelers did win. Clayton was out of tune. He was pretty bad. He was pretty bad. And Emmanuel Wilson had an amazing, was it a -18-yard run today? That was impressive. So Aaron Jones, no, he was just hurt. Aaron Jones just didn't play today. He was hurt. Division champs are in. Stop crying. Vikings, y'all record GB gave that to y'all. We would have beat Green Bay. We've won 5 in a row. I want all the smoke. Our defense is playing as good as anybody in football right now. Hilarious. Falcons, Saints, send the Panthers to the playoffs. Yeah, division champs get in, but it's getting changed. It's going to be seeding. Like, they already proposed the rule last year. It's going to get approved this year. It'll get approved again. That -18-yard run was a very beautiful disaster. It could have easily just been a -4-yard run. It was pretty funny. And honestly, if Emmanuel Wilson slips past Eric Wilson, he might have picked up a first down. But yeah, he almost took I thought he was going to take a safety. You did get a little Trayvon Diggs experience too today from Green Bay. Trayvon Diggs is terrible. He's been terrible. That's why the Cowboys cut him. He was barbecue out there. I don't want excuses. He doesn't know the defense. Trayvon Diggs is just bad, man. He just guesses too much. All right. So in the game that mattered, the Saints fall to the Atlanta Falcons. 19-17 wasn't as close as this. The game was 16-10. Shuck threw a pick, was almost a pick six. They kicked the field goal. They do score the touchdown, but they didn't have any timeouts. It was outside the 2 minutes. We get the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs. Keep pounding, baby. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to baptize them in holy fire on Saturday after losing that game. But who knows? Bad weather game again. Maybe the Panthers show up. Panthers have kind of potatoed 2 weeks in a row. We're just waiting for the good Panthers to show up. Over here, Kirk O'Chains, 18-32, touchdown. The pick really wasn't his fault. Insane pick play by the DN for New Orleans. Just an incredible play. Shucking it was okay. Juwan Johnson had a nasty catch today early in the game. Bijan, nothing. Drake London got a touchdown. This was a stupid, bad game. But the Falcons have won 4 in a row, 5 in a row to close out the season. 4 in a row to close out the season. They didn't have their first-round pick, so it doesn't matter. Biggest news is they fire Raheem Morris and they fire their general manager, Betancourt? Ossenford? I don't even fucking, who the hell is their GM in Atlanta? They you dicked up the Cousins, Michael Penix thing. Team underperforms for 2 years. You're out 5,000. Okay, Bengals Browns. Myles Garrett, our king Myles Garrett gets the sack record. Give it up, thumbs up for our guy. Some stupid. There you go. He's like a ball guy. I think he's black. Pretty sure he's black ball guy. If I'm thinking of the right guy. Myles Garrett gets the sack record. Was a real one. Raheem Morris is fired officially. Myles Garrett, good real sack. Joe Burrow did not lay down like Brett Favre for Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan a bitch for bitching about that. Myles Garrett had significantly less pass snaps faced this year than either Michael Strahan or TJ Watt did in their 22.5 sack seasons. Shedeur Sanders, terrible. Browns fans are glazing because they won games with him. The defense scored 2 touchdowns. He was horrible again today. 11 of 22, had 11 yards. Was one of the picks him? Yes, he had lost the fumble. He was a fumble for a touchdown over there. He was horrible. They can't run the ball. They don't have their running back. It happens over there. No receiving. Defense won the game, 2 touchdowns. They did get in the field goal range to win this game. Whoop-de-fucking do. Joe Burrow, gonna quit on this team, I think. Had 3 touchdowns, did throw the pick 6 over there. Chase Brown, okay day. Jamar Chase did Jamar Chase things. T. Higgins, you know the deal with the Bengals. 6 times by the Bengals, Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Vikings fan, nice. All right, Cave, let's go. Caveman, I like that. Morris almost made the playoffs. I think they should have given him another year. He's been eliminated for like 2 months, Pablo. They haven't had that tiebreaker for like 2 months. Got sacked 6 times, yeah. Yeah, and the GM got fired, yes. Colo wants to get I don't need an extended warranty. I got a new car, bro. Was announced Zach staying around. Hey, bro, you an NFL player? Sure. I definitely am super jacked, bro. I benched 785 pounds. Morris was, yeah. Raheem Morris is like really bad. Look at his all-time record coaching. Pretty bad. Jeff Hafley is probably going to be the Falcons head coach. Do the DC for Pittsburgh. No, they're going offense. Atlanta's got to go offense. They got to go offense. They got to figure out this offense. You have Drake London. You got Bijan Robinson. You got fucking 16 quarterbacks. Like, that's crazy. Nobody cares. Kilos, first of all, pounds. This is America. Again, how many Super Bowl the Vikings won? Like, Eagle fans are ridiculous. Like, what? What? The Eagles this is a recent thing that the Eagles are a competent franchise. Hafley is the DC for the Packers, yes. I was playing, bro. My bad. What's the stream about, though? Football. Unc, what is you talking about? What am I talking about? What is you talking about? All right. So, Shaduki, but they won. Myles Garrett, our king. Giants dominated the Cowboys. So I saw this stat from Tommy Smokes. The Giants are 8-30 in their last 38 games, and 4 of those wins have come in weeks 17 and 18 over the last 2 seasons. So half of their wins are when they're completely eliminated, and it means nothing, and it only cost them a good draft pick. They slide to the 5th pick. They could have had the 2nd pick. They got a little lucky. Next year, though, Oh, no, the Unc of the comment. Typical Pablo. You want me to talk some shit to him? My team has 3 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. Yeah, but they beat you last year. Bandwagon the Chiefs. No, Zin's a KC guy. Atlanta could bring Clint Kubiak to town. I want Clint Kubiak or Mike LaFleur for the Ravens head coach. Clint Kubiak's getting a lot of buzz. He is protecting Samantha Darnold. They just do not let Sam play at all. Chiefs suck. I mean, come on, guys. Cap, yeah. Bro, why don't y'all use kilos and kilometers, though? Y'all want to be different, bro. Not saying anything wrong with that. We had it. Metric is after standard. Jeff Hafley is going to be the head coach. They're not going to hire a defensive guy, I don't think. Tired of the Chiefs, bro? I mean, I get it. They are Darth Vader. Darth Vader is a terrible tank commander, and I love him for that. Darth Vader. I like that. His touchdown was crazy. The touchdown he threw to Bellinger, the tight end. That was a crazy dart play. That was insane. Good to see the Cowboys pulled Dak here. They didn't have their pick, so I don't know why they tanked there. But I guess Joe Milton, Jerry wants to trade him or some shit. Get some love in there. 7-9-1. They blew the 8. I wanted the 8-8-1. Cowboys, all things balanced at 500. Over there. Jaden Blue finally played, got the touchdown. Flournoy. Hey, at least they got something at receiver. Does anybody even care about this? No. Meaningless game. Just draft pick. Did you just say, no, he's for the Chiefs? That's like what I said. I thought you said bandwagon. I said he's not a bandwagon. He's not a bandwagon for the Chiefs. You cap with the Vikings. What? We are 6-11. Happens. Entertaining stream. Appreciate that, Suppy. Clint Kubiak would love to coach Lamar Jackson. I bet he would. A lot of people would. Shit, didn't even realize the Broncos and Patriots won the games today. Anyway, what's your thoughts on the opening games for the playoffs? We will get to the playoffs, Alex, here. How'd y'all lose to the Raiders? The Raiders. They were tanking. They wanted the pick. The Raiders had already locked up the number 1 pick. Do you think Aaron Rodgers looked good tonight? I thought he was fine. Legitimate shot to beat Houston. They go to Mile High and smash Denver. I mean, the Steelers are not smashing anybody with this team. I would probably say 65-35 Houston. Houston's defense is a problem for them. Do you think these games are rigged or not? That gambling is legal in sports. Good day. I think they're just dog shit officials. And I do think they massage out. They've massaged outcomes for years before they even had gambling shit. Clock Purdy for MVP next year. Purdy is buns. I thought Purdy was okay last night. That team was buns. Titans dog walked the Jaguars. Cam Ward went out early. What did Trevor finish with? 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, no pick. Our guy Cam Little with a 67-yard field goal. Brandon Allen really trying to get a Rookie of the Year for Cam Ward because he was awful on this team. But Yag's going to win your AFC South. First time they've won the AFC South since 2021. 2021. Good for the Jaguars. They're hosting a game. Cool, and so are the Panthers. Like, what? Doesn't make them a good team. Tyler Loop sold. He did sell. Sean Smith, horrible ref. There's a lot of bad. We could go through the list. What was the Brad Allen? Brad Allen yesterday in the Tampa, Carolina game. Those fucking guys. Jesus. If the games were fully rigged, I'm pretty sure they'd have a huge lawsuit incoming since they don't disclose that. Yeah, this is true. You can file a class action lawsuit. But everyone just likes to say, bullshit, WWE things, whatever. Purdy had 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks against top teams. Who else is doing that? I mean, probably Matt Stafford, Josh Allen, Drake May, maybe. But yes, Purdy's good. Certainly not a bad quarterback. Mahomes MVP and Super Bowl MVP next year. Is Mahomes even going to be ready for the start of the season? Y'all going to get belted by my Niners. Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl? I have no fucking idea, guys. I have no idea. I have to think about it. I have to look at the bracket. I'm going to stare at the brackets. Long and hard and deep like. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Texans do win. The Texans do win. Hold on to that 5 seed. It was looking a little sus for them. They pull CJ Stroud in the third quarter. Riley Leonard has a couple of nice moments. They ejected Alec Pierce on the softest ejection in the history of football. Another embarrassing performance. Did we not, if you didn't see the Alec Pierce ejection, go look it up. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. I sounded like Caleb Williams. I sounded zesty, fabulous. Mahomes is cooked. That ejection was total BS. Niners not going. I predict an American team will win the Super Bowl. Outside of that, don't know. Yeah, I totally agree. Patty Ice is fine. He's got one knee. It's fine. Fabulous. Seahawks all the way. Kevin's, let's see if, I'm not trying to be rude, but if I'm a Ravens player, I'm all over that kicker. 44 should be a Guillermo for, should be a gun tree for, NFL kicker. To be fair, the Pittsburgh kicker mixes the extra point to even put him in that spot. We got British Brooks being the leading rusher for Houston. Who are these fucking guys over there? But Davis Mills leads the win, gets him back. They do score a touchdown on the last play to cover. I think they covered with that. Maybe not. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. For them. But yeah, Houston gets the 5 seed. It looked like they were going to be the 6 seed. Which the Jaguars are probably breathing a sigh of relief. I don't think the Jaguars want to play the Texans in the first game. What happened to the Colts? Their quarterback blew out his knee, and everybody else got hurt. Justin Tucker didn't even do anything, to be honest. Just a guy. Bears killing Vikings division. The Bears finished a game up. They won by a game. They won by a game, and they had a horrible division record. The Bears went 500 in the division. They did not kill the division. They played a 4th place schedule. The dark horse team no one is talking about besides everyone watching football is the Houston Texans. Yeah, everyone likes him. Justin Tucker. 44 is Marlon Humphrey. He's no kicker. Should have kicked him. Sorry if you've already covered this, but I have not, Jazz fan. We have not. I've just been touching on the games real quick. Not even real quick. I've just been talking to chat, but yeah, no, we haven't. We'll get to playoff round here soon. Texans were in the lead, led in rushing by a guy named British. That's not even fair. What do you think of Raheem getting fired by Atlanta? Good call. That's all it took. Okay. It's 500 in the division. We should play conference schedules. Bad team. Playoff picture is insanely weird. Bills dominate the Jets. Jets become the first team in NFL history to not get a single interception on the entire season. 0 interceptions the entire season. 0. Fucking Ravens. What coach you think get fired? Well, we were pretty soft on Raheem Morris. I thought he should have got fired. He got fired. I don't know. I'll touch on that at the end. I'll think about it. Things are moving fast. Yeah, Casey isn't anymore. Things go in cycles. Bills versus Jag is crazy in the wild card. 1,000%. That's 2 of the 4 teams. That's like 2 of the teams you would think can win this AFC. They're the Bills and the Jags. They got to play each other in the first round. All of us got as many picks as the Jets, chat, and we gave up less touchdown. Pete will be shown the door tomorrow and should. Yeah, there's some juice on that, but he did get the first pick and win. We decided to give everyone a chance. My dogs got knocked out. I live in Georgia. Yep, Flat Creek. The dogs played bad. Thanks, Mike Bobo. He was terrible. Sports guy, Steelers won. Better lucky than good, I always say. Lions beat the Bears. This is what you get. The cardiac Bears ain't fucking shit. They were getting shut out 16-0. They score 16 in the fourth quarter. They get their patented late interception, and then Caleb takes an intentional grounding penalty. This party's over. Their defense is atrocious. All the starters played for the Bears. All the starters played for the Lions. Lions went out there and took it to him. Goff lit them up, 333, 1 touchdown. The Bears were bend, don't break. They were good in the red zone, but that's about the only positive thing you could say. Caleb got zesty at the end there. Good throw in the 2-point conversion to tie it. Amara, $139. Not much from Gibbs, 80 on the ground for them. He had a decent day receiving. Yeah, 33 to tutty. But big momentum win for the Lions. Little concerning for the Bears. But you are the 2 seed. You are guaranteed 2 home playoff games at a minimum for that. Let's see. I wonder if Reed will leave with Kelsey retiring. I would give Pete 1 more year. I think Andy's going to come back. I think I'll try out for a spot in the Jets secondary next year. Good call, good call. My quarterback was getting rocked. Your play calling was atrocious. Might luck into a pick. True. Maybe a tip ball out there. There are rumors with John Harbaugh with Steve Biscotti tweeting out some of the big... Oh, yeah, you're telling everybody. Andy is staying. Kelsey is done. Yeah, Kelsey's done. What's the playoff bracket looking like? Okay, what other games do we have to touch on real quick? Broncos take care of the backup Chargers. Trey Lance, not that guy. The Raiders did somehow beat the Chiefs. They are your first overall pick. Matt Stafford, another beautiful day. A beautiful day. 259 for Tuds. Probably your MVP favorite. And they're the 5 seed. So good bounce for them. Patriots dismantle the Dolphins. They're your 2 seed. The Patriots fans are crying that Drake May lost the MVP edge. The Eagles lose to the Commanders. They could have been the 2 seed. That's a horrible loss. Sirianni, bad. Tanner McKee, bad. Josh Johnson, fun. Kind of fun. What the fuck is that noise? Is that my PC? Dude, my PC's going crazy right now. What is happening? Uh-oh. My fan on my PC's going crazy. Well, that's not good. Anyways, Josh Johnson scored, so fun for that. And then obviously the Ravens Steelers. So let's look at the playoffs. Steelers Nation, Texans getting rolled. We have AR. Yeah, okay. What do you think about Indiana? They are very good. Indiana is very good. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Whatever. My fan's going crazy. I'll have to look at that later. It is super loud too. Holy shit. So if the stream cuts out, you know exactly what happened. Put belt to ass on the Dolphins. Cool. Like what? The Patriots have 1 win against a team with a winning record. Absolutely glad we lost. Of course, better. Trey Ladd's season officially over. Sad day. Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl. I would bet not. Broncos are buns. I think everybody's buns. Nobody's good in the playoffs. I think Matt Stafford is the MVP. I wanted him to be, since he'll probably not have true. This is a DK punching his peak. Oh no. Let's go, Skull Vikes, ET. We can't hear it. I know you can't hear it. I have a good microphone, but I'm worried about it. It's making an insanely loud noise. Normally it's quiet. I thought it was outside. What's up, Spyglass? Gravy, what's up? Can I look at the playoff bracket, please? Oh my god, this is stupid. Is this college bracket or is the NFL? I think it's college. Is this the NFL? Yes, this is the NFL. Sweet. Sweet. All right, let's look at the AFC. We'll start with the AFC. Let me move this over for you beautiful bastards. Okay, we'll start with the AFC. All right. Stafford won't be MVP. Struggled down the stretch. By the way, some people want Garrett to be MVP. You're not MVP on a 5-12 team. Stafford is the MVP favorite currently. This is not a December player. We need to not make it a December Player of the Year award. It has to be a full season award. It's not who has a better December. It's the entire year. Stafford has 10 more touchdowns than Drake May and the same amount of interceptions. Just working a little hard will be fine. No, I have filters on my mic. I think it's just the software. Sound like you a hater, Steelers Nation, typical Vikings fan. Like, dude, this is crazy talk coming from a team that's limping in. Some people think ratings will be down for the NFL playoffs. Why? Because there's no real good teams in there. New teams, not big markets. Like, what's the biggest market here? Everyone hates the Patriots. It's Chicago. Chicago, then Houston. Like, there's not huge brand teams. Like, where's the national pull here? LA? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Rams. Like, the Rams fans don't even like the Rams. The Packers, but they're going to get probably one and done. They're not super good. Like, no one's getting their dick hard for a Texans-Broncos divisional game or a Jaguars-Patriots game. Like, no one's getting excited about that. What about if it's, like, Eagles-Bears? Like, oh, my God. And then Rams-Seahawks? Like, we'll watch it again, I guess. But, like, there's no huge... The Bills are the biggest team right now, like, from a draw standpoint. At this rate, I'm assured the sports gods just hate me. Why? What else happened? Steelers blow. I think the MVP will be decided in how far the MVP is voted prior to the playoffs. They vote this week because no Chiefs. Little Bills, maybe, yeah. I like the Rams too. It's just like, they're not a national draw. MVP nowadays is so watered down. It's basically only a QB award. True. I'm so excited to see someone win that isn't Mahomes. Fair. NFC takes it again this year. We get a Rams versus Seattle. It'll be a tiebreaker. True. It will be the rubber match in Seattle because the refs bailed them out on that one. On that 2-point conversion that shouldn't have counted. All right, so let's look at the AFC playoffs. So we have our first game will be in the AFC will be Bills-Jaguars on it's Bills-Jaguars on Sunday. That 2-point was not legit, by the way. It was a blown whistle prior to the ball being recovered, not in the imminent play. It should have been a replay the down. Should have been replay the try. So your first AFC game will be Sunday. It'll be Jaguars, Bills. The last 3 games are your AFC games, basically. It's Jaguars, Bills. Then it's Patriots. Eagles, Niners. Then it's Patriots, Chargers, and then the Texans, Steelers are on Monday night. So Bills, Jaguars is probably the most interesting game in this one. I think the Patriots just take care of the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers have the horses to hang with the Patriots. Like, they're so injured, they're so beat up. Patriots at home, getting some pieces back. Even in the ref in the booth, right, said it was the right call. Cool, the refs in the booth are always completely wrong. Did you not listen to the ref in the booth yesterday against fucking Carolina? They said that was a good OPI against Ted McMillan. Like, what? The booth refs are wrong all the time. Only reason ratings are going to be lower because the Swifties won't be watching. Jags going to beat the Bills. Yeah, I definitely can see it. 49ers one and done, potentially. Seattle didn't even know what was going on. True, and also nobody challenged. That was a non-scoring play. It was ruled a non-score, and nobody challenged. So how does that happen? The booth can't, and it wasn't inside of 2 minutes. They can't initiate that. The fact that Eberflus hasn't been fired yet is everything you need to know about this team. Taking winning seriously. Being a Cowboys fan is so bad for my health. True. They may fire him. It's not Monday yet. It's usually Black Monday. It's Black Monday. Raheem Morris got to start a little early. Poor Ewers got hosed by MMD. Kid got sent to face the firing squad with a slingshot. Yeah, I mean, and he got hurt today too. He had a knee injury. They weren't. I don't think that game mattered. We'll see what it looks like for them. So yeah. Texans Steelers. What is it called? DK is coming back. Things are weird. I am going to lean the Texans, though. I am leaning the Texans in this game. I think their defense is too good. Is Kevin gone, you think? No. I can't believe the season is over. I know. It's too fast. Texans, baby. Yeah, you were sweating your ass off for a good minute there. They were definitely about to lose that game, it felt like. Davis Mills saving the day. I'd much rather face the Steelers than I would the Jaguars. Mel, let's go Niners. Steelers at home, they gonna win. Have the Steelers won every single home game this year? All right, let's see. If the Steelers won every home game this year, I will pick the Steelers. Let's see. Oh, they lost week 2 at home to the Seahawks. That's tough. That's real tough right there. Sad. They lost at home to the Bills. That's another one. They lost at home to the Packers. Real shame. Real shame. I like the Texans. Texans have never been a wild card team. They've won the division 8 times. Never been a wild card team. That's true. I wonder who's going to hire Flores. I don't know if anybody's going to hire Flores. I hope nobody hires Flores. I wasn't. I was on the hunt for the Harry Potter box set on DVD because I'm a nerd. There you go. Well, it was a pretty meaningless game. Pretty meaningless game. To me, it's a tie between the Texans and Steelers for who has the best or Seattle. I read Steelers, though. Playoffs is not regular season. Stop it. Cool. We've seen Pittsburgh get bounced in the playoffs all the time. Like what? When's the last? Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2017. Who's going to be your offensive player of the year? Probably JSN. JSN. And won Super Bowls. They didn't win a Super Bowl in 26. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009. Like what? You're living in the past, my guy. You're living in the wrong decade. Yes, TB. Crazy week 18 game. Bills Jaguars, boys. Bills Jaguars. The Vikings have won a playoff game more recently than the Steelers have. I can say that. Oh, CMC. There you go. CMC. I didn't even super think about that. I guess the JSN teams calmed down a bit, but they won the 1 seed. They'll probably just give it to JSN. Texans have a better chance since the day they came into existence conspired to the Steelers compared to the Steelers. Yeah, fair. Just like the 49ers fan talk crap, haven't won a Super Bowl since 95. Fine, Steelers haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009. Sincerely a Packers fan. Rip. 2010. 3 straight 7 seeds. Time to have a LaFleur conversation. No offense. Okay, Ghost Hunter, did you watch the game today? The commentators were absolutely glazing Jordan Love to an insane degree. Like, calm down. Like, Jordan Love is a super average quarterback. Like, they were talking like he was top 5, like elite. I'm like, I call him Jordan Andy Dalton Love. I was like, this is crazy. Last time Dallas and the 49ers won a Super Bowl 2-pack was alive. Brutal. Last time the Cowboys won an NFC Championship game, too. We won't talk about it. The announcer was raving about this would be Brian Flores. Yes, they were. That guy was crazy. Jordan Love in the sheets. Love is so ass. No Super Bowl winners came from Vikings. I love the Bears. At least it got one. Dude, you like 1,000 teams, bro. You're like the worst kind of person there is. Like what? This is like so on brand. Typical. That's all I'm going to say. Typical. I'm rooting for the Bills or Seahawks in the playoffs. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I like Love, but yeah, that was a bit weird. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, they're talking about, like, he's elite. Like, yeah, he's fun. Like, you could think he's good. Like, I don't think any Packer fan would tell you Love is top 5. A top 5 quarterback. And that's how they were talking. It was wild. I'm a Texans fan, and the Panthers are a background check like a normal person. Will Levis, where's his story go from here? Eating mayo. Raider fucking nation. Get the first pick and beat the Chiefs. Yeah, not top 5. Steelers are the definition of mid. True. I mean, slightly above mid there, 9-8. The couch. Love is horrible. Ooh, we got the love spring. A real Steeler hater right here, black and yellow. You just talked about the Bears. You can't say you like the Bears and see you're all over the place, bro. God. No one should be scared of the Panthers. No one is scared of the Panthers, except for them being feisty. Meow. The cats. This is gonna be a great game. This sucks. This is the noon game on Sunday. The Bills have plenty of flaws. The Jaguars are legit a really good team. I think the winner of this game is going to the AFC Championship game. Whoever wins this game is going to win a second game. I think the winner of this game is going to the AFC Championship game. I'm going to stand on that right now. If the Jags win, they're going to New England probably, or they're hosting. If the Bills win, probably going to Denver. Coming off the bye. I like the Bills against Denver. I like the Jags against whoever the hell they play. The Patriots, like the Jags. The Jags are legit good. Right now, initial jump, my heart is telling me the Bills because Josh Allen is the better quarterback. But the way Trevor Lawrence and that defense is playing, the Jags defense has been legit good down the stretch, man. I lean the Jags. I'd lean the Jags in the AFC. So we'd look at Patriots, Jags, Broncos, Texans. Over here, nobody is mad. Like literally nobody cares. The only people that matter are like Ravens fans, which I get it. Raiders and Giants for the toilet bowl. If the Steelers were actually good, maybe they wouldn't have haters. That's fair. If Buffalo loses 5 Super Bowls, shit, that would suck. As a Texans fan, I have a mild concern about the Steelers, but also thanks to them for getting glazed by the NFL Monday night on Wild Card Weekend. Yeah, no more Saturday shaky. The Texans, that is against the Texans. The Texans aren't going to know what to do not playing in the 4 o'clock Saturday game. The Texans aren't going to know what to do. So that is a plus. That is a plus for the Steelers right there. Oh my God, I am worried my PC is going to blow up. It's all right. I was looking to get a new PC as well. Please, Bill, smoke the fag wires. I don't know, man. I all out my money on the Bills. Ooh. Yeah, like that tells you the right thing. Like playoff experience team, better quarterback. The Jags just feel like a better team. That game is by far the closest and best and most interesting game in the first round. By far the best and most interesting game in the first round. I would like to see the Jags in the Super Bowl. That would be something. I think the Bills in the Super Bowl, I could definitely see it. Can't be mad. We got 3 of them things. I'm a Ravens fan. I'm not mad. Did Jefferson get to 1,000 yards? He did. He did get to 1,000 yards. Had 100 yards receiving on the day. All right, let me move over to the NFC with some magical video editing. Oh my God. What are you guys going to do? What if I just put my head over here on the half one? I'm moving it, sorry. All right, let's go over here. Okie dokie. NFC playoffs. So first game, Rams, Panthers. I'm not batting an eye. The Rams are going to win this game. The Rams have looked weird for a little bit. They're going to win this game. They're going to beat the Panthers. The Panthers are terrible. They're bad. And they have their moments. They did already beat them. Unless it's an insane weather game. What's the weather supposed to be? 59. I think the Rams are going to take care of business in the Shakey's live game. All right, second game is Packers Bears. The Jags feel like a team playing with house money and completely unprepared for the postseason conditions. Potentially, they were in the playoffs like 3 years ago. I mean, Trevor Lawrence does have a playoff win. We have 4, but 3 with Patty. 3 in your lifetime, too. Unless you're 100. Bills versus Seattle for the Super Bowl, calling it for real. All right. It's not a bad pick. Honestly, guys, I'm okay with literally any Super Bowl pick at this point. I can make a slight argument for every team, and I can destroy everybody's argument for the teams that they pick. I can pick massive holes in every team, so I'm not going to be super judgmental on anybody's picks. IMO, Flowers should have fell down at like the 5-yard line to kill clock after that catch. Well, that was on the touchdown before. That didn't matter. That ended up helping because the Steelers scored after that. I don't think the Rams will lose Carolina. I agree. If the Rams lose to Carolina again, we have a problem. I have Panthers. That's crazy. Panthers going to get kicked to the balls. Panthers just happy they won the division. We're going to get cooked, bro. Yeah, the Packers are hurt. Here's the thing. If you are the Packers, you are ecstatic you're playing the Bears, honestly. You want to play a team in your division. You always want to play a team in your division when you're the worst team. Not worst team. The Bears, they have no experience. I know Ben Johnson's been there. But this like screams upset here. This screams like a tight, close game, and the clock ticks out. I'm gonna take the Bears, but put this one on upset alert. Put this one on upset alert. They split in the regular season. The Packers kind of dominated that second game and they threw it away. In Chicago, that helps. The Bears have been flirting with house money. They've been flirting with disaster, boys. Flirting with disaster. So percolate. My ears are up on that one. His only playoff win was the Chargers choked up. It was, but it is a win. Bears mop the floor with the pack, rip the Packers guy. Talking about the second TV. Yeah, they needed the ball. The Packers came down. The Steelers came down and scored a touchdown after that. They needed the clock. The Ravens had the ball and needed the clock. Remember, they missed the field goal. Once Parsons went down, I accepted this wasn't our year. Fair. Your grandfather would be alive for all four Chiefs Super Bowls. I'm going to play GTA. I'm not going to talk that much. All right. Gooba. Eagles 23 or 24 is the question. Neither? Slightly neither, maybe? Slightly neither. Got the 49ers. I worry about the 49ers defense in this game. This is my biggest problem. The Niners defense, even though they played okay, the Eagles offense is a train wreck. The Eagles defense is humming, though. The Eagles defense with their starters is humming. You can get after the 49ers. Once Kraft went down, they were still okay. I knew the Packers were cooked from the very beginning of this. When the Packers lost to the Bears or the Browns, then the Panthers, I knew they were cooked. 49ers all day, every day. Is the Seattle D-line better than the Eagles D-line? I don't think so. I think a big edge is that Jalen Carter plays for the Eagles. Jalen Carter's probably the best defensive tackle in football right now. He's in the top 3 minimum. I'm going Niners here. Eagles get screwed over by Sirianni. I could see it. Kyle Shanahan also a very good playoff coach. Kyle Shanahan is very good in the playoffs. Us Raiders can say we beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but the rings look like rusted pipes. True. Strength on strength, weakness on weakness. True. Bad offense versus bad defense. Good offense versus good defense. Eagles can run all over the 49ers. The Eagles can't run the football is the problem. They literally just can't run the football. Eagles have no offense. Look what happened against the Bills. Yes, 0 completed passes. Whatever happened to the Vita Vea dude just fell off. I mean, he's just kind of old. Vita Vea is pretty old. He's still solid. How old is Vita Vea? Vita Vea's like 28 years old, ain't he? He's 30. Vita Vea is 30. He's old. D tackles ain't gonna last like that. My man weighs 350 pounds. Tyler Smith and Tyler Booker both worked harder when the Eagles blew that 21-point lead. Okay. They also hung around week 1 because Carter spit on them. Vea's okay. He has bowls for a coach, too. 28 likes? Let's go. Hit the like button. Not even 28 like. Barkley disappointed us. Yeah. Saquon isn't watched yet, but man, it looks bad behind that line. At least Mixon made the Texans' O-line look serviceable. Yeah, and Mixon, I mean, that was a disaster this year. What the fuck happened to his foot? A lot older than I thought, yeah. It's crazy. 30 is old in the NFL year, especially at that position. Certain positions, that's old. Defensive tackle, definitely one of those older positions over here. I want to take the 49ers in this game, but I'm going to take the Eagles right now. These are early. These are not my official picks. This is my early feels for this. Early feels for the games, guys. He's in witness protection or something. Yeah, playing for top bowls, duh. Seattle has more depth at the D-line, but having Carter and Jordan Davis, who are elite, make up the difference. So agree, edge to Philly. Yeah, and there's no like elite pass rusher either on Seattle. They just roll it out. They're much better. They generate pressures a lot better with blitzing. They free those guys up, but both very good defensive lines. He broke a kick at his girlfriend. 30 for a QB is prime time. Yeah, not defensive tackle. Lane Johnson will be back, and that'll help open up lanes versus that subpar 49ers front seven. Yeah, but Lane Johnson played all year. I don't know, man. That's just fuck, the Eagles are just so, we never know what they're going to look like. Is Tank Dell not playing this year? I know his injury was brutal. No, he is not playing this year. Byron Murphy is getting there. He's our stud young guy. I know who Byron Murphy is. He did go to Texas, though. That is a problem. Mixon was on the team. He was. I saw him. He was in the picture. Got a question. Do you like other content besides football, say, like after the NFL season? Yes, Alex. We will do all sports throughout the year. Obviously, it's football season, and we'll cover the football off season because football is king in the content world over there. But yes, I do basketball live streams. I watch basketball, hockey, baseball as well, especially in the summer. And we got a World Cup this summer. I'm going to have a ton of soccer content in the summer doing the World Cup. Tank could probably play kind of, but they have resigned themselves to keeping him for next. Yeah, you don't want to push it. That was a brutal injury. There's no reason to throw him out there. You let the young guys play. I mean, you got to win. You win 2 playoff games. You get to the AFC Championship game. It's an unbelievable season for you. Do you know off the top of your head what team Dre Greenlaw plays for? Yeah, he plays for the Denver Broncos currently. I believe. I'm pretty sure he plays for the Broncos. Him and Hufanga moved over from the Niners. Mike McDonald is well known for sending the house. Send the house! We got to win now. I mean, I just don't think it's... It just doesn't feel like the Super Bowl team. You've never been to an AFC Championship game. That's a good one. You need to sign J.J. Watt to get him that ring. Broncos, yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking at right now for the second round. I'm looking at... I kind of think Broncos, Texans, Jags, Pats. And like I said, I think the winner of that Bills-Jags game is going to win 2 games, so I like the Jags. I also like the Texans against Denver. Denver's defense is not very good, and Denver's offense is not very good. That Texans defense is going to kill them. Unless they played, did they play this year already? That feels like something that could have happened. I don't know. They did play. They beat them 18-15. This was the game C.J. Stroud got hurt. The Texans were dominating this game early. They were dominating this game. I love the Texans in that matchup. I remember that game now. Yeah, Dell needs to focus on recovery. Higgins and Noel are just fine along with Kirk. Yeah, and you still got Nico. They need to more worry about the running game. That's the real problem. And you got Schultz. I don't trust the 49ers wide receivers versus the Eagles secondary. Fangio is the defensive winners. Shanny will have his guys ready. It will definitely be a great game. Yeah, it's going to be an ugly game. Like 17-13. Is anybody shocked if that game 17-13 Philly, San Francisco? What do I think about the Seahawks paying Cross $100 million? He's pretty good. Charles Cross is a good offensive lineman. It is a little expensive, but you're not really paying your quarterback super much. Kirk is a placeholder for real. Serviceable, not great. Yeah, he's pretty cooked too, coming off the collarbone. Didn't Denver's D set the team sack record this year? They might have, but they ain't done shit the last month and a half. Their defense has kind of been mid. No, the Houston Texans defense is best in the league. The Texans are your number 1 defense in the league. Denver second. Look at my Vikings. We finished 3rd in total defense. God damn, if we just didn't have, if they literally just had a backup quarterback, if they just signed Mac Jones, we would have made the playoffs. Not having a backup quarterback and having to pick up Carson Wentz the last week of the preseason. Oh my God. Fucking sunk this team so hard. Especially with your young quarterback coming off a major knee injury. Oh my God. But the Texans led in yards and scoring, I believe. No, the Seahawks just beat the Texans in scoring. The Texans had a bad day today. The Seahawks just clipped the Texans in scoring because of the last two games. Seattle and Houston have better defenses. I know Woody Marks is a stud, but he doesn't really have that speed. He's a great closer, though. Makes defenses cry in the fourth quarter. Yeah, they can't run at all when he's hurt, too. I don't know about stud. I think he's good. Woody Marks is good. I like Woody Marks a lot. He ain't that kind of running back, I don't think. Points is Seattle. Barely. Texans might beat the Steelers. I like the Texans, Michael. Texans swarm. Scoring defense, Seahawks are 1, I think. Yes, they were 1 in scoring defense. Barely. Very close, essentially. 0.2 points. call it about the same. Texans D went crazy. Definitely messing stuff up in the playoffs. I thought they should have signed Aaron P. I know you didn't want him. Yeah. Daniel Jones, I told you, my answer was Daniel Jones. But if you aren't going to sign a veteran quarterback, you have to sign a serviceable backup. Like, trading for Sam Howell and making him your backup is offensive. Gardner Minshew, Mac Jones, Jameis Winston, just somebody in case McCarthy's not ready to go and he's hurt. Who's the scariest team in the playoffs? The Eagles. The Eagles are the scariest team in the playoffs. The Eagles are the scariest team in the playoffs. They're also one of the least scariest teams. Have a good night, Gooba. Texans, maybe Rams. Davis Mills to go fertile. Davis Mills is solid. Davis Mills is probably going to get paid. Is he a free agent after this year? He's probably going to get paid. Yeah, got school. It's almost like putting the rookie with very little experience out there isn't the best idea for winning now. True. Crazy. Especially one coming off of an injury. Like a major knee injury. How come the Eagles? Because the potential for the Eagles is astronomical. Their defense is playing really well. The Eagles' defense is playing super well. So that makes them scary from that standpoint. If the offense plays to its potential, it's a very good team, and they have a ton of experience. They've been at the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. They're gonna have home game in the first round, like they should have. If they were the 2 seed, they'd be really scary right now. I also think the Eagles match up super well against the Seahawks and pretty well against the Rams. I think the Eagles match up well against everybody. They will play rock fights with all these teams. I think the Bears could be a little tricky for the Eagles just because Caleb Williams can be fabulous. He could just be fabulous out there sometimes. Tyler Huntley was on the cat. Yeah, Tyler Huntley feels like he only works in the Ravens system. He was awful in Cleveland for a minute. He already got paid because Caserio is ahead of it always. How long is that contract? Robert Saleh has to blitz the crap out of Hurts. That dropping 7, he just doesn't blitz is the problem, and they have no pass rush. He just doesn't blitz. Is Mahomes going to be, I would say probably, but I don't know. Texas Tech spending big money on the number 1 player in the portal, keeping him away from Kiffin at LSU. Who? Did they get Coleman? They got Coleman, the wide receiver? They got Cam Coleman? I thought Cam Coleman was the number 1 player in the portal. Who was it? We wanted Cam Coleman. I just get the feeling the Eagles will blow it against the Niners. I'm not going to argue that. That's why I said the Eagles could be the scariest and one of the least scariest teams. I think the Seahawks are scary because of the home crowd. Honestly, the Seahawks are much better on the road under Mike McDonald than they are at home. Sam Darnold's bad. Sam Darnold has not played good against a good defense. He's just bad. They're hiding from him. Zay with the jewels. Let's go. Let's see. They shouldn't, but I think they will. Fabulous. Texans Super Bowl. Definitely could, Corbin. Through the 2026 season, free agent in March of 27. There you go. So 1 more year of him as a backup. Cincy QB Jake Browning. Sorsby. Oh, okay. They got Sorsby. He was the number 1 quarterback. I didn't know he was number 1. But yeah, that's an upgrade. I mean, Will Hammond was horrible his last game. Yeah, I knew they got Sorsby. And then, whatchamacallit, Hoover went to Indiana. That was a big pickup for the Hoosiers after Mendoza's going to the NFL, I'm assuming. Where do you think Coleman ends up? A&M? It depends. He wants like $2 million to play for 1 year, which is a lot of money. A&M had a really nice night in the portal. They picked up They picked up the offensive lineman from LSU, who was really good. They picked up a good safety from Colorado. Picked up a good linebacker from Tulsa. Arnold played great against the Jags. They scored 20 points against the Jags, I believe. That's his best game. I think it was super average, too. That was the only serviceable game he played. Great. Where is this stupid? There we go. Great is a very strong word for this Jaguars game. He was 16 to 27 for 2 touchdowns. He played super average this game. It was probably his best game. Scored 20 points against a good team. And the Jaguars D was not good early in the year. Jaguars D was super turnover dependent early in the year. I mean, look at them. After that, they played the Seahawks. Oh, hold on, I want to look at the Jags. Look at the Jags schedule. Look at the Jags here. It was after their bye. Played the Seahawks and Rams back-to-back. Got killed in London by the Rams. And then they came out and looked good. And they blew that Texans game. But after that, they kind of locked. After that Texans game, their defense locked the fuck in. Locked in. Garbo points from the Colts. Garbo points from the Jets. Garbo, like, they dominated the Broncos in the second half. So, ESPN had him as #1 player in the portal. Okay. I'm disappointed we won't get Alberto Mendoza next year. Yeah, that is tough. Maybe he wins the job. Maybe he wins the job. Do you want Davis Mills? Everyone wants Davis General Money the neck. No, I mean, not really. I mean, as a backup. Yeah, Davis Mills like a backup. We've seen what Davis Mills is a starter. He's probably like an okay starter. Like, he's fine. He probably can win you like 9 games. What's your take on the NIL and the transfer portal? We got to fix the transfer portal. NIL is whatever. I don't give a shit. Indy going from Fernando to Alberto would be fun. They'd be like Nebraska, though. They always go from a Martinez to a Martinez. Tech is top 3 in NIL in college football, and that's saying something with teams like Oregon. Oregon's starting to spend like that. Miami don't spend like that. Ohio State kind of spends like that. Texas spends like that. Yeah, because they're the former Texas Tech player who played under Mike Leach sold his oil company for like $4 billion or whatever. So he got like $3 billion in cash. And he said, I'm just going to make the team good, especially after Mike Leach died. What do you think how Joe Milton played? It's Joe Milton. Like, he's up. It's roller coaster Joe Milton. It's like, it's a guy who, like, he'll have crazy plays. He has a howitzer on his arm. He's not great. GVZ, what's up? Jags beast mode this year. Yeah, they've definitely come along pretty strong this year. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot we were still on the NFC. There you go. I like Jags Texans. I'd lean Jags Texans. AFC South showdown in Jacksonville. That'd be crazy if the Jaguars are hosting the AFC Championship game. That would be actually insane. It'd be the crazy time. It'd be the crazy times. Indiana held themselves a day in the portal too. Picked up Sorsby, then added Marsh along with the sophomore Boston College running back and offensive lineman too, I believe. Yeah, it's hard not to. If Signetti says he wants you, you kind of go play for Signetti. Oregon does have the Phil Knight money, but they really don't they finally just got the blank check from Phil Knight. You get one free transfer, then you have to apply for one. That should be the transfer rules. And I also don't like guys transferring into the same conference. And I don't like guys transferring in conference in the same state. Have a good night, Ghost Hunter. Hit that like or your kicker will miss a field goal to end your season. One free transfer, then you got to sit out a year after you transfer. Yeah, it's just too much of a Wild West. All right, for the NFC, I like the Rams in the rematch. I still think the Rams are better than the Seahawks. If the Rams win, they will be playing. If the Rams and the Eagles win, but like if the Rams win and the 49ers win, the Seahawks will play the 49ers. So you never know. Just never know. But my prediction is Rams Seahawks in the divisional round again. I know money talks, but I wonder if Lane regrets leaving Ole Miss. Well, he said he couldn't win at Ole Miss. That would be pretty funny. It'd be very peak Lane. I like the Rams in the rematch of that game. The Rams have been pretty... Now, the Seahawks have had 2 really good second halves against them, but McVay has schemed them up early. And Darnold does have kind of a weird thing against the Rams. He turns the ball over way too much against them. Sorsby went to Tech. No, Indiana got Hoover. Yeah, Indiana got Hoover. Did I say he got Sorsby? I knew Indiana got Hoover from TCU, and Sorsby went to Tech. But Hoover's a very good quarterback. Unimportant. You think Ole Miss staff, you think old Staffy boy holds out and gets the MVP? Yes. So Drake May was minus 500 to win the MVP. Going on Tuesday, boys, you could have made a shit ton of money. If you had bet $100 on Stafford on Tuesday, you could be winning like 250 plus bucks right now. So the live MVP odds as of right now, Matt Stafford is now minus 155 on DraftKings to win the MVP. The voting is done this week. It's over. Matt Stafford is currently a pretty decent favorite. Drake May at plus 125. Nobody else is even close. So it's Stafford or May, and Stafford is the favorite going into the weekend. If you guys could see that. I can't see it. You guys couldn't see that because I'm on a half screen doing here this stupid thing. So Matt Stafford minus 155. Favorite to win the NFL MVP. It's amazing what happens, and Patriots fans bitching about it because Stafford put up Garbo numbers after Drake May just did the exact same thing against the Jets last week. Would you rather play San Fran than LA in the divisional? The Rams scare the most out of anyone else in the NFC. Yes, I would much rather play the Rams. I think the Rams would beat the Seahawks. Yes. I think the Rams are one of the most scary teams in the playoffs. If the Rams are playing good, they are a problem. LSU is the dream job because guys like Les Miles and Redface Ed Ogeron won there. Alabama was his dream job, apparently. They thought he was holding out for DeBoer to get fired if they didn't make the SEC championship game, Alabama. He was holding out for DeBoer to get fired. As an A&M fan, do you dislike Texas Tech or Baylor more? I do not. I literally don't give a shit about either of those teams, especially now that we're in the SEC. I would say I probably dislike Tech more for the way they acted this year. They were running their mouths. Like, literally do not care about Baylor. They're a weirdo church school. Baylor does still exist. I went to the Baylor game to open the season this year, guys. I was on the field, remember? Remember I tried to live stream from the field for the Baylor-Auburn game? Jose, what's up? Gators coaching hire ranked 4th by ESPN after Kiffin, Franklin, and Eric Morris at Okie State. I'm glad that matters. I'm glad that matters to Dakota. ESPN, do they even do sports anymore? The laggy stream, yes. I took 15 bets before the season. I could win. If Stafford wins MVP, I put 50 on a plus 15,000. He was when I did my bets. Yeah, that was with the bad back. I was surprised DeBoer didn't get fired after the Indiana pounding. There's just no coaches out there. Is it true that Lane called the Ole Miss coaches to LSU permanently, but Weiss Jr. stayed? I don't know if it was permanently, but he pulled the running backs coach. I don't know what's going on there. Lane's being a catty bitch. What else is new? Yeah, as a Texas fan, I agree. Texas Hits fan talk massive shit, and they got blown out so bad they ceased to exist on the internet. Yeah, they were talking mad shit about A&M, which is crazy. You play in the Big 12. Clearly, you guys were the frauds. Even though their defense played very well. Their defense was very good against Oregon. ESPN list isn't valid if they don't have Bob Chesney in the top 3. Good old Bob. I would like the Eagles against the Bears. And I would like the Rams, and I'd like the Texans. If that was the matchup. Now, if the Bills beat the Jaguars, I like the Bills. I like the Texans, and I like the Bills-Rams. I still think there's a path. It all depends on who wins this game. Whoever wins the Bills-Jags game is going to the AFC Championship game. That's my hottest take. That's the only firm take I think I'm going to stay with tonight. Unless there's an injury or something, that's like my biggest and like my best vibes right now. The winner of the Bills-Jags going to the AFC Championship game. Wonder who the Chiefs get with the 9th pick. Jeremiah Love would be amazing for them. Yeah, that's probably who they're going to get. It's a little high for him, but that's where they're probably going to go now. If I'm any Ole Miss player, I ain't transferring to LSU. He did that. Yeah, why would they do that? Looking back on it, who should have gotten in over Bama? I mean, Notre Dame. They shouldn't have punished. You can't punish a team for playing championship games, though. If you don't play a conference champion, teams are just going to hold out from the conference championship games. And Miami shouldn't have got in because of the ACC, but Miami deserved to be in, but they shouldn't have been in. You know, it's a whole thing. The college football is very broken right now. Rams over the Eagles seems wrong. Does it? The Rams are better than the Eagles this year. One guy can throw the football, the other guy cannot. They almost beat them last year in a blizzard. That Eagles team was significantly better than they are this year, and the Rams were one play away from beating them in Philly in a blizzard. And Jalen Carter made an unbelievable play. The Rams are better this year, and the Eagles are worse this year. Chiefs should draft either Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles. They could use a good linebacker. NCAA needs to be more like the NFL. Can't hire coaches till after the season. The problem is recruiting, Kevin. You got to get recruits on campus. In that scenario, I think the Texans win the Super Bowl. It would depend on who's playing where. I'm not going to make any picks. These aren't even hard picks, guys. These are just vibes. Vibes right now. We're going vibes and feels right now. I have to dig in a little bit. What sucks to me is the defensive player of the year would have gone to Stingley if Garrett didn't break the sack record. He had a better season than PS2 did last year. Yeah, but Stingley didn't have the campaign going either. You got to have a campaign going. Like, the Texans are a unit. They were pushing them up as a unit. Like, the Broncos weren't pushed as a great defensive unit last year. It was Patrick Surtain. The Texans are just like pushed as a great unit. That's the problem. It's not super stats based. It's campaign based. But yeah, Myles Garrett broke the sack record. He's gonna win it. Duke should have gotten in before Miami though. Dude, the Vikings won without 9 again. 9 played the whole entire first half, and they were. I don't know if we would kick a field goal after that. We were up 13-0 with 9 in the game, I believe. They scored 16. So, Jags beat the Bills by 10. IMO. Jags can stop the run, the Bills can't. True. Josh Allen. That's 5th and 4th. I do have the Jags as my early lean. Like I said, I had the Jags as the early lean. But if the Bills do win that game, I think they win too. Whoever wins this, again, whoever wins Bills-Jags wins 2 games. Josh Allen is actually hurt, right? Yeah, he's a little hurt. He didn't play today, though. He's set. So basically, he didn't get glazed and existed in a big... I mean, Houston is like the 4th biggest market in the United States. Like, let's not act like Denver's a big market. But people think of... Nobody thinks about Derek Stingley as the best player on the Texans. Is he even the best player on the Texans defense? No, I wouldn't know. I would probably say Will Anderson is. If he can't improvise, it's over for the Bills. True. Yeah, Houston is massive. So, I like the Rams coming out of the NFC. Potentially the Seahawks with the 2 home playoff games. Potentially if the Eagles, if they don't potato. Is a very interesting year. Very interesting playoffs. I'm very fascinated. I don't have a lot of... I'm rooting more against people than for people. I'm a bad person, guys. Don't go to Houston. It's a dump. True. And they bang on trash cans. It's a toss-up. Will Anderson is goated, but Stingley is still that guy. Yeah, Stingley's great. And my guy, Daniil Hunter. Houston money line is free money. Yeah, I like Houston too. Is Houston getting point? Great question. All right, everybody clap. Everybody think Taj here. Dog. Rams have the 13th pick. Not the 9th. I thought they said the Chiefs have the 9th. Why are you hating on the Patriots so much? Because they're not very good. They have 1 win against a team with a winning record. Jose, about to run this shit. They have 1 win against a team with a winning record. And it's the Bills. Who they lost to in the second game. That matters. They lost to the only good teams they play. That's a problem. Their defense is bad. The Patriots' defense is bad. Don't jinx my Texans. The Steelers have black magic. Aaron Rodgers has a black magic, too. 49ers or Pats are the Spider-Man memes. Red zone defense is bad. The passing defense is bad, too. And the run defense has kind of come back down to earth a little bit. Numbers don't mean anything. Guess what? The Lions won 15 games last year and got bounced in their first game. The Vikings won 14 games last year and got bounced in the first game. I wonder what the Panthers and Rams is on. Kalishi? I don't even know how to pronounce the gambling site. Come on. Be a real degenerate here. Come on. Be a real degenerate. Why is my caps lock? I hit the caps lock on. Am I stupid? Action Network. I can go look at the lines right now. JJ Watt gonna get into the X Factor mode like Madden to destroy the Texans single-handedly. Kalshi. Ravens have the 14th pick, and I'm on the hype train for Francis Muliaga or Kenyon Sadiq. Yep. TJ Watt. I like JJ. I was like, JJ Watt. TJ Watt ain't that guy. Sorry, John. He ain't that guy. The commies were fool's gold, and I called it. They were everyone. I had them at like 8 wins, 7 wins, and Daniels got hurt. They were old defense. What's your favorite broadcasting team? Random. Good question. I don't know. I really like. I think Burkhardt and Brady now. Like Brady has been phenomenal this year. I do love Romo and Nance, though. But I feel like Tom Brady's been phenomenal this year. My guy fucking loves football. Whose career ended today? Harrison Smith, Hall of Fame legend. J.J. Watt and Iron Eagle is a good one, too. That's a good one. That game was hype as fuck. What game? The last game? Aaron Rodgers' career ended today. No, it didn't. He won. He's playing next week. Romo has been horrible the last few years. Yeah, I don't think he's been as good as he was because they told him to stop predicting playoffs. Playoffs will be rough. I didn't know Smith was done. Yup, Harry's probably done. It's not official, but it sure as hell felt like it. Let's look at our games. Okay. Ew. What the fuck? Fuck off. All right, here we go. Can you guys see? Can you guys see this? Who the fuck is this guy? Evan Turner, former Sixer, and Chris Mannix. Why is SI? Why are they pushing ads over here? What is happening right now? Action Network. I fucking hate what you're doing right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I gotta move my face over here. Hit the like button if you haven't already, boys. Sub to the channel if you're new here. If you want to shout out and you're new here, just drop it in the chat. He'll be out after next week, probably. Anyone who glazes Mahomes should perish in their career. I mean, Chris Collinsworth. I mean, Mahomes is the best quarterback in football, bro. Like, chill. Yeah, Ravens Steelers game was lady. Kelsey is done too. Yep, Kelsey. His girlfriend is making him. Yup. His fiance. The tackle for Miami that's projected to play guard. Yeah, Sadiq. I know Sadiq's the Oregon tight end. I should know more. Just clear your cache. No, bro. It's this fucking stupid play ad over here. I might hit the like. Shut up, Jose. Hit the like button. I see you using Dak Candace call. What? Oh, Caden's call. Yep. I do that. Yep. Okay, here we go. I bet his keyboard's all sticky. It is all sticky. No, my keyboard's clean. I keep my shit clean, boys. My fan calmed down a little bit, though. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna fucking fix that. Cannot tell me that the Texans-Chiefs game wasn't horrific to sit through. He was snorkeling. I mean, the Chiefs are bad there. Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls, guys, and 3 MVPs. He's the best quarterback in football. Like, I don't know what to say. I think it's funny people are saying Chiefs missed the playoffs because of Mahomes' injury. They weren't going anyways. True, that team is very bad. She did not refill my beer cooler. I told you, this is it. I had to finish what was left of the case. Ravens definitely need guards. All right, so playoff odds. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, this is why. Because this stupid fucking ad. This is all Action Network. It's stupid. Okay, the Rams are a 10-point favorite in Carolina week 1. Or game 1. That's awesome. Rams 10-point favorites. Packers are a 1.5 favorite over the Bears. Packers are favorite against the Bears, boys. Packers are favorite against the Bears. Oh my God. Holy shit, boys. What are we doing? Packers glaze is right. I mean, I get the Bears aren't that good, but holy fuck. Favorite in Chicago? Blow me. Packers are bad, man. They're hurt, too. They're super hurt. Panthers plus 10 does look good. I would say that if they didn't lose that first game. If the Rams didn't lose that first game, I would say that. The Rams might be a little angry. It depends what Panthers team we get, too. We get bad Panthers, they're going to lose by 4 touchdowns. Are the Bears officially the nobody believes in a storyline? Okay, Bill Simmons. Nobody believes them. No, it's the Jaguars. Everyone's starting to believe in the Jags, but nobody believes them. It's the Jaguars. I think it's the Jaguars are the nobody believes in us team. The Jaguars and maybe the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles are the nobody believes in us team. The Broncos are just stupid. Yeah, the Bears should be a favorite at home. No, it's the Patriots. No, because plenty of people believe in the Patriots. I think it is the Jaguars. The Jaguars. Bills minus 1.5 in Jacksonville. I'm okay with that. Have a good night, Alex. The Jags have just hurt people too much for people to believe in them. Choke masters. True. Eagles minus 3.5 against the Niners. I like that. Patriots only minus 3.5 against the Chargers, man. I love the Patriots at minus 3.5. I love the Patriots in that. That's funny you knew it was Bill. Of course I knew it was Bill Simmons. He's fucking Bill Simmons. I listen to all those guys. He's annoying but smart sometimes. He's too much of a, you would like him. He's way too much of a homer to be like a serious person. Like he can't separate it. Like he was literally crying on Twitter today about Matt Stafford becoming the favorite for MVP for stat padding against the Cardinals. It's like, bro. Drake May threw 5 touchdowns against the fucking Jets last week. Stop. He was stat padding. They both stat padded. I believe in the patch. Drake May throws like balls are deflated again. Yeah, it's their defense, I mean. And their weapons are a little sus in big spots. But their quarterback's awesome. And they have a very good head coach. We're going to smash the Chargers. Yeah, I think so too. They literally blew a 19-point head to a backup in the fourth quarter. this season. True, but that's what turned it around. That's what turned it around, Case. They also scored 30 on the Texans. What's the Texans' money line? The Texans' money line is... That's a good question here. What is the money line? I can put on the money. Hold on. Let me finish the spreads real quick. Eagles -3.5. Texans -3 at the Steelers. I like that too. Let's look at the MLs. So, Panthers +450. You can get both Packers and Bears. You can't get them plus money. You get them minus money. Bills -119 or Bills -110. That's moved. People are betting the Jags money line. Niners +170. Chargers +170. That feels wrong. Texans -165. Might as well just swallow the points there. You might as well just swallow the 3. Texans Steelers will be very interesting to see. Stafford can stat pad, but Drake can't. No, he was complaining that Stafford did Drake. It was opposite. You can't bitch about Stafford stat padding when you didn't say shit about Drake May stat padding. That was the point. The line didn't change when May stat pad, but it changed for Stafford. Yeah, because it's a year award. It's not. It was an overreaction. Matt Stafford has much better numbers than Drake May. He has 10 more touchdowns and the same amount of picks. 29. Granted, I guess that doesn't matter now since the Texans let the Colts play backyard football because week 18. Rip. No 30-point games allowed stat line. There you go. Rip that. And it cost them the best scoring defense. They did, and they almost cost them the best total defense. Let them have it. We'll take the Super Bowl. I don't know about that. So, yeah, there's our money lines. That's what I'm feeling. That's going to do it for us this week. Let me look at the schedule here, guys. Let's pick a game. What game do we want to watch together? What game do we want to hold our hands? So I'll be live Monday night. Should I go live Sunday night and Monday night? I'll go live Sunday night as well. I'll go live after the Sunday game, so we'll just have the one game. I don't love doing that. I might go live short after the Steelers-Texans game to do a little quick playoff team. Let's pick a game to watch together, boys. What game am I going to live stream for? What are we going to watch? We want to watch Niners-Eagles and then Chargers-Patriots. We want to kind of double dip on Sunday. I don't love a double dip on Sunday. I'll do Packers-Bears. Let's do Packers-Bears. Let's do Packers-Bears stream. Let's do a Packers-Bears stream. We'll watch Packers-Bears. I'll hate watch as a Vikings fan. We'll have fun. I would parlay Rams money line, Texans spread, Eagles money line, Jags spread. Yeah, Jags getting a point is nice at home. Next Monday, Texans Rams Steelers game feels like Elliott Blues. Rodgers going up against gosh, no defense. Sheesh. Bills Yags Ravens game. Rams. I don't like doing the first game. I don't like doing the Shakey's game. The Seahawks defense still ain't as good for real. The Texans had a damn gauntlet this season. I have to look at this. I mean, they did play. You played the Titans twice. Chill. It's not that much of a gauntlet. You played the Titans twice. And you played the Colts twice. Late. But you did give up 30 to Riley Leonard. I cannot believe the Patriots got a Sunday night game. Makes sense. Chargers for the playoffs. That's on Amazon. Packers, Bears. It is on Prime. I got Prime. It's also free on Twitch. If you got Twitch, it's free on Twitch. Never parlay. They're taking your money. Cards twice. I feel like the Cards are better than the Titans. That's a hot take. Is that a hot take? I don't think it's a hot take. I think the Cardinals are slightly better than the Titans. At least offensively. Jacoby Brissett kind of cooked. If you pick the right lines, they aren't taking your money. Yeah, parlaying player props is bullshit. Teasers are good. If we get a Bears versus Jags Super Bowl, that will definitely start at 6 a.m. Yeah, we're playing that game in London. Just be better. It is. The Cards are so bad. Their offense isn't that bad, though. Jacoby Brissett offensively is not terrible. Cam Ward and those offenses were bad. Let me look. Let me look real quick. Hot take. Where are they? Rams week 1, good team. Bucks week 2, not good. I mean, I guess okay. Yags good. Titans bad. Ravens bad. Was that no Lamar? That was Cooper Rush. That don't count. That's terrible. That's not a gauntlet. Terrible. Seahawks push. Niners push. Broncos, not good offensively. Jaguars, good. Bad. Bills, pretty good offensively. Colts, was Daniel there? Jones was there. Okay. Good. Decent. Chefs, bad. Cardinals, there's half a push. Raiders, bad. Chargers offensively, not good. At this point in the season, Colts, not good. That game don't really fucking count, though. All right, I can look at the Sea Chickens here real quick. Look at the Sea Chickens schedule. Niners, push. Steelers, mid. Saints, bad offensively then. Cardinals, bad. Bucks, same time. Push. We'll call it push. Jags, push. Texans, push. Commies, bad. Cardinals, bad. Rams, good. Titans, push. Vikings, bad. Falcons, bad. Badish. Bad. Colts, late, bad. Rams, good. Panthers, bad. Goodish. They're close. They're pretty close. Pretty close. Similar. I would say similar quality of offenses. Pete, do you think we would ever have a Super Bowl out of the USA? Yes, because Robert Goodell is a piece of shit and I hate him. Sounds like it. Baltimore, Benny, I hate Tyler Loop. Yeah, not great. Emmett, I suck. Vikings suck. Vikings had the 7th best record in the NFC. We should be in the playoffs. I don't know what to say. With a horrible quarterback, we have an elite defense. The Vikings have a top 3 defense in football. It happens. So yeah, there's a little bit of vibes for you boys heading into the playoffs. Yeah, let's do Bears. We'll stream Saturday night, Bears, Packers. I'll probably do a stream after the Chargers, Patriots, and then a little stream after Texans, Steelers, probably just to talk about it. I'll do a playoff picks video and live stream sometime this week. Probably Wednesday, I'll do my picks stream and video. What else? I got to figure it out. We got to make content. It's the playoffs. Incredible regular season, guys. What's the one place that should hold a Super Bowl in the U.S. that hasn't? Who has a stadium that hasn't hosted the Super Bowl yet? That should host a Super Bowl. I don't know. Nobody has like a good football stadium to host it. I'm trying to think of like a good place to hold the Super Bowl that hasn't hosted it. Nashville? Has Nashville ever hosted a Super Bowl? There's been a Super Bowl in MetLife. Hilarious, Taj, but there has been a Super Bowl in MetLife. Nashville. The Titans get a new stadium. Hold it in Tennessee. You guys forget the Seahawks bodied Peyton Manning in MetLife? When there are 48 teams in the NFL and 10 international teams with weird German and Latin names, I would rather end regular season over missing field goals to go to the Super Bowl. True. MetLife, hell no, crappy where they played. I want to see all the torn ACLs again. We had it, guys. It was a body. They got bodied. Over there. All right, so be on the lookout. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Fantastic regular season, boys. Been a great ride. I am a little tired, so have a safe rest of your week. Be on the lookout for the content. We got playoff picks coming up. If your team missed it, it's draft season. We'll have plenty of draft content. We have a super weird playoff, boys. I don't know who's going to win. I couldn't even honestly tell you what over. Maybe we'll do like a group thing. I know like nobody signs up for shit ever when we do stuff, but since we have a pretty good chat now with a good amount of people consistently, maybe we can do like a bracket, like a playoff bracket for fun, just to see who picks the best playoff bracket. So maybe I'll open up that and we can do that. So appreciate everybody. Have a safe rest of your week. Like, subscribe, and share.